It's a different route to reach the students that, maybe they felt lost or overlooked in their comprehensive sites. And so it's an alternative way to meet those students where they need to be helped and to reach their full potential.
My name is Daniel and I'm a senior at Mount Vista High School. The reason why I was brought here was because I was missing credits during my freshman year, and that was kind of like during quarantine. So it really kind of like just pushed me back and stuff, and I really missed on a lot of credits. This is kind of like my first year, so I would say like the school was really like welcoming, very welcoming. Mount Vista to me, or like in a way for others, it's like a big family. Like, everyone kind of just does their own thing, and everyone kind of helps out.
Mountain Vista High School, it is a continuation high school here in Madera Unified, one of 3 alternative education high schools. The main design of the school is to be able to service students who have maybe had struggles at the comprehensive high schools that need additional academic support, social emotional help, just another change of environment for students to be able to, connect and re-engage once again with the learning environment.
Go ahead and send me the dates, that would be great. You got it, okay. Furman High is an independent study school. It's evolved the last 7-8 years. It is a school of choice, and we have students that come to us either in person, online, or virtually. They are, again, in a small group setting. So there's a lot more of student-teacher contact and the possibility of getting that one-on-one support.
My name is Mia Garza, and I am a sophomore here at Furman High School. I am also a student board trustee representing alternative education. At a regular high school, you go every day. Furman, you only have scheduled days and times. Furman High is definitely a smaller school, and everybody here just kind of knows everybody. There's never any drama or fights or other things.
Good morning and happy Thursday, Roadrunners. We will continue with the NWEA testing this. My name is Serenity Maciel, and I am a sophomore here at Ripperdan. Step to your greatness, Roadrunners. When I first came to Ripperdan, I liked that there wasn't many kids, so I was able to focus and get more one-on-one with my teachers, and also get to know my teachers more for who they are.
Ripperdan is a community day school, and it was created to lift up and help students who may not be successful at their comprehensive sites. It's important to me that students feel safe and loved on campus. Coming from myself in particular, when I was in school, in high school, I felt like I was just another face, and when I needed help, there weren't many adults in my life for me to trust and go to.
My staff is a really big part of my school. They're always finding things to do to figure out more about you, and always asking if you're okay and always checking in. It goes a very long way. They will wash our clothes, or they'll feed us, or if they feel the need to ask questions about your home, if anything, they're always first person to ask you what's wrong and figure out the real answer.
And we tell them this is the message with most of the students that I meet when they come here. It's like, hey man, this is our safe place. I said, I wish I can control what's happening outside of these walls, but the minute you come in here, this is going to be a safe place where you don't have to turn and watch your back.
And to me, if you're having trouble with anything, even if it's mentally, physically, or something with work, they're always here to help. Everyone's just very outstanding at it, and I just feel like I'm understood here. This school would be a outlet for my house, things kind of just go harsh there, and over here, I can be myself, and I can be something that's going to benefit me in the future too, and also bring enjoyment to me.
So a lot of us students just, suffering from great adversity to trauma in their lives. I mean, we're talking from loss of, to one parent to two parents. We're, talking about homelessness, poverty, hunger, to the point where sometimes they disassociate themselves from school and can't connect with somebody. They're just kind of go into a little bubble where it's very difficult for them to interact with other people. Our job is to, gain their trust, build relationships, so that the education piece falls in line after we take care of them as a person, as an individual.
Recently, I got aged out of foster care, so I came back with my mom, and now it's like, I'm kind of like trying to build a better relationship with my mom and have a good bond. They reassure me and they show me some type of comfort, and it just feels good. That's what I need and stuff when it comes to that.
I was not the best at Madera High, and I wouldn't go to my classes. I would always argue with the teachers. I would be fighting with students. I didn't have support there. Nobody there paid too much attention to me. I fell into the wrong crowd of people, and so then I turned to a lot of things that were not good for me. And being here just made me stop all of the bad habits because I dropped all of my friends. I really wanted to change and be different, but also I wasn't fully making that change happen. So my teachers, they pulled me aside and were like, hey, you're better than this. They're always steering me in the right way.
I'm going to say many students that come to Furman have different challenges. We have kids that have been bullied at the comprehensive school, again, being a big environment. We have students right now that are with us because of medical reasons. So we see that a rise in medical.
When I was in middle school, I had just moved and it was different and people were different and I didn't know anybody. And so the move was definitely difficult on me. And then all of a sudden, before I knew it, I was in high school. And I guess that all of those different aspects kind of piled up into a brick wall, and then it crashed on me because I did have to go to the hospital I developed psychosis and catatonia, and I had to learn to walk again. I went all the way back to zero. I was basically like a child. I needed my mom there with me to teach me again how to be myself, how to learn how to walk and talk and speak and read. I didn't even remember how to draw. So when I went to Madera High, after I had gotten out of the hospital, it was like, whoa, I don't like this, but I guess I finally just got sick of it, and I told my mom, I was like, I don't want to be here, which was weird for me because I love school. I was finding excuses not to go to school. It was crazy. So when I switched to Furman, it was like a breath of fresh air almost. Just being in that atmosphere, that change of atmosphere really helped me. Okay, I can go back to where I was before I went to the hospital. I can be my same perky self again. Most people, or at least when I told my friends I was going to be switching to Furman, they were like, oh, what did you do? What did you do to get into Furman? And I was like, wait, it's my choice.
So, continuation high school alternative education unfortunately has that bad stigma, right? But these students are not bad. They are not bad kids. And so these are students who need, adults who can motivate, believe in them, instill some hope in them. They come here, they're good, and then they become great.
There's no such thing as bad kids. There are kids who have had to make some difficult choices that even adults would struggle with, that maybe adults don't understand. But there are no such things as bad kids.
They would probably experience have some type of expectation this school's bad, I'm not gonna get nowhere far. No, it's not that.
A lot of these kids, they've came here, they just didn't have no support. They just needed somebody to be there.
I believe that education is a vehicle out of poverty. Also, it provides students those opportunities in maybe in a career of their choice. I would say career of their dream.
So for me, that's what's opened the doors up for me. We talk about students and having trauma, right? I went through my trauma. I lost a my dad when I was a freshman in high school, and for me, very impactful. I could have gone the opposite way and maybe not made some good choices. So for me, you know, when I look at education, I look at what our students are facing. I take it personal. I had a lot of people along the way that helped me, that were in my corner, that supported me. So I want to be that support for our students. You know, I know that once they leave, they feel a lot more confident in what they can accomplish with academics, with education.
They're here to see you.
You know, we want, and I want, all students to be college and career ready, to have a choice when they graduate. And I'm not saying that they have to go to a 4-year. If they can, yes, and if they want to, hey, we would love that. We have students, you know, that are going into the military, that are going into a certain type of program, a more specialized program. And then we have more students lately graduating and going to a 4-year university. So we're very proud of them. I'm very proud.
I feel like I could just go straight to college. I don't want to wait. Probably like study industrial mechanics and stuff. That really has like an uplifting on me, and I feel like I could do it, you know, really hands-on.
I want to be a ultrasound technician, but I want to travel. So if there's a travel ultrasound technician, then that's what I would be. But if not, then I would be an x-ray person, somebody who does x-rays or work anywhere in the medical field, basically. I just love the medical field. My mom passed away from cancer, and I feel like you never know. Maybe I could find the cure to anything, and helping people makes me happy.
So for the future, I do want to continue to help minorities and contribute to the majority. I want to give people who feel like they don't have a voice. So I do think I want to be someone who helps people. So I'm torn between becoming like a scientist or a doctor, you know, big things that are like, whoa, really? You think you can do that? Absolutely, I can.
You know, when I walk into classrooms and do, you know, class observations, and then I see students and, you know, they're engaged and they're, you know, the responses they're giving teachers, I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, this is what it's all about. And if that's not the result we get with the majority of our students, then it's not a student issue, it's an adult issue. So I have to be better about, you know, celebrating those moments, but believe me, it touches the heart, and it's what keeps me going every single day.
So I've been here 5 years, and for me, one of the reasons why I stay here is to see students come to their own power. Like as freshmen, as sophomores, they feel like, you know, graduation is so far away, and I might not even get there, Miss Yates. And, you know, lifting those kids and showing them, you know, you can do it. I believe in you. I want the kids to leave this school with a sense of confidence that when they enter the school they didn't have. They're confident that they can learn, that they're capable of learning, that there are people out there who want them to learn and care about them. I'm gonna cry. Seeing students succeed is the, you know, apex. I mean, that's the reason why I became a teacher and why I wanted to teach at an alternative education site. That's why I'm at Ripperdan, is to lift those kids up and see them succeed and see them come back years later and say, you know, you made this difference for me and look at where I am now. Like that is the most meaningful thing in my life, really.
I think I was meant to come here and get my mind back on track, and so that I can get my credits caught up and just myself straightened up basically. But I feel like if I was to go back to a regular school now, that I would be okay. I would be okay.
I'm here and I feel like I am definitely more confident than I was, because I definitely feel like I did not have a voice, but now I do. I have a voice. I feel that I definitely am more supported here at Furman, or alternative education period, because again, we're definitely a smaller group, but we're well supported. We have like a bigger circle supporting us, and it's awesome, and I love it.
here, like, you know, everyone has a voice in it, and that's what really matters when it comes to education.